Number 1 is a quadratic equation. It's already in standard form. I know that because you have 0 on one side and you have no fractions and the leading coefficient is positive. And I think I could easily factor this one, sort of factor that. What times what will give you x squared, and that would be x and x. What times what will give me 6. Well, that would be either 1 times 6 or 2 times 3. And it's going to have to add up to positive 5 in the middle. So I'm going to put a positive 3 here and a positive 2 here. And if I check that, I get x times x. X times x is x squared. 3 times 2 is 6. Multiply the insides, you get 3x. Multiply the outsides and get 2x. And that you combine those, you get 5x. So it's factored correctly. Now, how can you multiply two things together and get 0? Well, that means x plus 3 equals 0, or the x plus 2 equals 0. And that gives me x equals -3 or x equals -2. The degree was 2. I got 2 solutions. Let's look at number 2. That's not in standard form. 6x squared plus 7x minus 3 equals 0. No fractions. Leading coefficient is positive. You got 0 on one side. And I don't think this factors. It may factor. I don't know. But I'm going to use a quadratic formula. And the quadratic formula will be negative b, because a is 6, b is 7, c is -3. So negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac all over 2 times a, or 2 times 6. That's -7 plus or minus square root of 49 plus 72 all over 12. That's -7 plus or minus square root of 121. Well, it did factor. Whenever the number underneath the radical is a perfect square, it factored. All over 12. -7 plus or minus 11, because 11 times 11 is 121, all over 12. You get 2 solutions. -7 minus 11 over 12, and -7 plus 11 all over 12. And that's -18 over 12. And that will reduce down to -3/2. 6 goes into both of them. And -7 plus 11 is 4 over 12, which is 1/3. There's your 2 solutions. Now we've got one more example. I need to clear my fractions, so I'm going to multiply both sides by x squared. And that gives me 3 minus 12x squared equals 0. That's I'm putting it in standard form. That's -12 plus 3 equals 0. But I want that leading coefficient to be positive. So multiply through by -1. 12x squared minus 3 equals 0. Let's divide everything by 3 to make my number smaller. And that gives me 4x squared minus 1 equals 0. That's a difference of 2 squares at a factor. 2x plus 1, 2x minus 1. Set each one equal to 0. And that gives you 2x equals -1, x equal -1/2 for your first solution, and 2x equal 1, x equal +1/2 for your second solution.